Hello and welcome to the 5th video in viewing tracks by instrument name. The electric guitars revolve around 4 or F4. So 4 will give you the overview of the tracks, buses and output buses. Control 4 will show you just the recording tracks. Alt 4 will show you the tracks with audio on already. And Command 4 will show you the bus tracks only with the output tracks. I'm going to demonstrate this using 6 recording tracks into 3 buses. You could use any form you like, as long as you call your tracks ELGT and your bus is ELGB, but we'll get to that. So I've made 9 tracks. The last 3 I'm going to make the buses, so opposite click them, layout, track panel and big meter. These options will vary theme to theme. Now to colour this and then icon it, each time it takes ages, so if you're not using auto colour, auto icon, let me show you how that would work differently. So I'm going to create 6 tracks, name them ELGT, and they will come up auto numbered after that 1 to 6. I'm going to do the same for the buses, ELGB. The colour, the icon and the track layout are all recalled via auto colour icon. I'll put the link to my video on this in the description. This isn't required to make the view by instrument setup that we're working on actually work, but it can save you an awful lot of time. Modifying multiple track names at once, I want to add the word bus at the end of the 3 bus tracks, so I'll add a suffix, space, BUSS. I'll commit to that. This is going to help us with getting separate views of our tracks and buses. Let's select just the recording tracks. Control equals gives me the colour wheel. Always colour the guitars green, G for guitars, G for green, it's quite easy to remember. Bus is darker, same idea. I won't drag the video out by making the icons for all these tracks. I've done a video on how to make icons from pictures. You can take pictures of your guitar or whatever and use them as icons. I'll put the link in the description for that video as well. Our first job is to make 3 cycle actions. So open your cycle action window. Opposite click, add cycle action. Type console space S star ELG. Copy that. Opposite click, add it, paste it, return. The next cycle action we need to make is ELGT. That's for your guitar tracks. So console space S star ELGT. Make sure you've spelled console right. Just copy all of that. And then go over to the right hand side, right click, add, paste it, return. And the final one we're going to make, add a cycle action, console space S star. And this is a ELGB. This is for the buses. Copy all of that, add it, paste it, return. And don't forget to apply all of these so they appear in the action list. The first custom action we're going to make is going to be for the overview of the electric guitar. So open your action list. I'm using hotkey J. New action, new custom action. You should have a blank box like that. I'll go and find the hotkey and show you what the instructions need to be in the action list. So make sure you give it a custom action name that describes it well. At the top there, the custom arrange window main is an action I showed you how to make in the first video, which was on the master outputs, along with the music out and the master out. So do follow the videos in order if you're going to try and do this. Just pause this on screen so you can copy all of the actions exactly as they're written. Then run it to check it's working and give it the hotkey 4. Now we'll do control 4, which is the tracks only. So new action, new custom action. I'll quickly find the hotkey for that and edit the action so you can see it. Give it a decent name. And just copy the instructions, type into the filter, drag them over from the left box to the right till you've got exactly what you see here. When you're happy with that, OK and run it. And don't forget to give it the hotkey control 4. As you can see now, we're seeing just the recording guitar tracks all selected. To be able to test the next hotkey, drag some audio or create a MIDI item on any one of the tracks. Open your action list, new action, new custom action. I'll hold option 4 and edit that action. And this is what you want. Give it a decent name again, as usual. And just type into the filter one by one these till you've got them all in exactly the same order, and make sure they are exactly what I've got selected there. There are some that are quite similar that do different things. So it needs to be exactly these. And you're happy with that? Run it and make sure you give it the hotkey option 4. Okay, the last view that we're going to do is the electric guitar buses. So open your action list, new action, new custom action. I'll just find the shortcut, which is Command 4, and edit that. So again, decent name, something easily descriptive, and then copy into the filter till you've got all of these. ELGT, remember, for buses. And once you've got all these in exactly the order I've got them, okay it, run it. There's just the buses, and make sure you give it Command 4 as a hotkey. We need to remove the master send from the guitar tracks and then send them to the buses. Select them all, hold the Alt key and click on the IO label. It'll turn that off. If you hold the mouse down and drag, 1 and 2 will go to bus 1, 3 and 4 will go to bus 2, and 5 and 6 will go to bus 3. The buses are fine going to the master. We can change their outputs as we bring them into various projects. Select all of the tracks, opposite click, go to templates, save as track templates. I've made a folder for each instrument and give it a name. I haven't got any items or envelopes in this, but I'll click on those if I had. And that would be it. That's how I'd save it as a track template as well. If you followed the master outputs video, the first video as well, you can add those, and your overview will now include the music and the master output, and the view of the buses will also include that. So you get the whole cascade from track source right to output in one shot. To bring those over into the CSI zone file, I just want to show you some important things. I'm using F4, Control 4, Alt 4 and Option 4 just as I was on the keyboard. But the first of the actions in any of those choices there is to make sure it goes to the correct zone before any of the other actions that follow. That's the most important thing you have as the first action of that button, and then it's in the correct zone for CSI. You won't actually need this action, it's from an earlier version. I'll just show you how to bring these in again in case. So I'm going to find the shortcut, which is 4, copy selected action Command ID. There it is. I'll overwrite whatever's there, just paste it in. Make sure you've got REAPER with a capital R prior to that. A couple of forward slashes and a good description of what that does. Also, when I'm pressing F4 there, I'm setting the automation to trim read, and track bank -8 takes me back to the beginning. I had a few issues where I wasn't getting the same thing on the Mackie as I was seeing on the tracks, and that corrected it. That's how I viewed the electric guitars. Any problems, leave a message below the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.